was really good. I remember watching the game and watching Ohio State give him 8 yards, 10 yards of cushion off the line of scrimmage and not understanding why. But looking back on it now, like I'm sure if I was a little older and knew what was really going on as a 10-year-old, I would have understood why you gave him 10 yards of cushion. What's going on, everybody? This is Tyler with the I-71 Rundown. I am going to do a rewatch of the 2003 Natty against Miami. Figured it'd be a good time to do this, considering we play them next in the Cotton Bowl on New Year's Eve, and also the fact that Miami fans are still talking about this game 20-plus years later. As the resident old guy, like Chris likes to say, I have a very distinct and obvious fond memories of watching this game. I was at my grandparents' house down in Canton with my dad and a couple of his friends, and 10-year-old me was completely all in on being an Ohio State fan in that moment, and really a natural disdain for Miami, just for whatever reason, because I was 10. But I remember watching this game, the feelings I had watching this game, and the thoughts in the game, and I just wanted to share those, and we can relive relive this and bring the good vibes for the Cotton Bowl. So let's get into it.
Tempe with the Tostitos Fiesta Ball up next.
If you remember who this is, shout out to you. ABC bringing out Limp Bizkit. Super 2003. How about that? It's also still better than the Fox broadcast.
ABC Sports proudly presents exclusive coverage of the National Championship game. It's the grand finale of the Bowl Championship Series.
The smokescreen is part of the entry for the Miami Hurricanes, and there is no suggestion they need mirrors. They are the defending national champions of college football and have in mind becoming
one of the greatest teams
winners in the Bowl
of all time,
series.
bar none.
The Canes averaged
definitely in the conversation as those like all-time.
Then they needed some serious
teams.
luck against Florida State to stay undefeated by a foot. Another escape against the Pitt Panthers, who would not go away until very late, changed by a touchdown. And finally, the track meet against Virginia Tech, marked by the awesome foot speed that is the trademark of the Miami team. 12 straight wins and believing they can repeat as the national champions.
22 years later, and it's better than the Fox broadcast.
Down by the old intent at the Ohio State University, it's home for the Buckeyes, winner of 13 consecutive games in a single season for the first time in 112 years of playing college football. 6 plays made their season at Cincinnati, at Wisconsin, and against Penn State. And then these 3. At Purdue, 4th down, 37 yards, Quenzel to Jenkins.
Holy Buckeye.
For the game's only touchdown and a 10-6 victory. Overtime at Illinois, 3rd and 10, Quenzel scrambled 14 yards, leading to the touchdown that produced a 23-16 win.
My gosh.
And finally against Michigan, it was Will Allen intercepting a Wolverine pass at the 2-yard line that saved a 14-9 victory and a 13-0 season. Like Woody used to say, anything easy ain't worth a damn. As Day Murray renders a sentinel ball, and this is those ball after the 2002 season. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. And as we come to the Real Grass Field here, which is Sun Devil Stadium, home of the Arizona State University Sun Devils in Tempe, Arizona. It is also where the Arizona Cardinals will play, and in future
I remember not understanding
year,
how good Miami was at the time of this game.
Here's your kickoff. Seavers hitting it. Maurice Hall.
I'm just thinking that Ohio State was just going to roll them. We've been winning all the games all year. That was 10-year-old.
Miami, in fact, can be patient. We've got a penalty flag before the first snap.
Oh, good start.
And Krenzel comes walking to the sidelines, looking at him. And they're going to get a 5-yard penalty for having 12 men from the 15-yard line. Here's your first snap of the ball game. Krenzel turn, gives to Clarett behind the line of scrimmage. Stop cold at the 13-yard line. The Tostitos starting lineup, backs and receivers. Running back Maurice Clarett.
So Maurice Clarett is one of the greatest Ohio high school running backs of all time. I really do wonder where his career in the pantheon of Ohio State running backs would have gone had he stayed and not had the issues that he had and played. Also, Mike Jenkins, one of the greatest Ohio State one of the most underrated Ohio State receivers of all time. Obviously, Chris Gamble was a freak athlete playing both sides. Ben Hartsock, really good offensive lineman, really good tight end, especially back then.
True freshman, ran for 1,190 yards. Split in. Michael Jenkins has been a big play man all season. The offensive front. Now here you find some trees. Tackle to tackle, they go 305,
Shane Olivier was really good. I remember him being
310,
really good.
All of them juniors. Rob Sims, good start ahead, and we'll play some ahead of Ivan Douglas, the regular tonight at offensive tackle. Clarett, Maurice, a pair of them. Clarett and Hall in the backfield for the Buckeyes. Krenzel looking to throw, pulls it down and takes off.
Craig, the engineer.
To the 24-yard
Craig
line
was
sneaky,
really sneaky good runner, good athlete. Just was a very average quarterback.
Along the front, Miami, not as big as some, but so quick, hard to sustain your blocks on them. They don't look for a draw. The down linemen look for a body. Linebackers, Jonathan Vilma, leader of the group.
So Jonathan Vilma, I don't even think he started on the previous season Miami's national championship team. That's how good they were. DJ Williams was also really
119 tackles. DJ Williams 100. The defensive secondary has stepped up. No seniors here. One guy will catch your eye. That's that big free safety, Sean Taylor, at 6'3", 220. These people like to leave their fingerprints on you.
Get him, Jimmy. Tell him.
It is 3rd down and 6. Krenzel with good protection. Very good. Can't find anybody to throw to. Running out of time. Gets it away down the sideline. Incomplete. Hold your breath. Here's the punt. Nugent hits it. Andy Groom hits it. And it is Roscoe Parrish on a brilliant kick. Cannot get to it. It is Parrish lingering back there. Andy Groom's punt was a 56-yarder. And the Hurricanes start at the 20. Back quickly goes Dorsey. Down goes Dorsey.
Already getting on him. Already getting after him.
Will Smith.
Will Smith, baby. R.I.P.
On 2nd down and 13.
His son's also really making strides. He's going to be a good player
next year. He runs into big old Matt Wilhelm, and down he goes.
This defense, I can't wait to watch this defense
lineup for the Miami backs and receivers.
I mean, what are we talking about? Willis McGahee, unbelievable, good career in the NFL. Kellen Winslow, super talented. Obviously, CTE really, really kicked in for him. Andre Johnson, going to be a Hall of Famer, was really good. I remember watching the game and watching Ohio State give him 8 yards, 10 yards of cushion off the line of scrimmage and not understanding why. But looking back on it now, like I'm sure if I would have was a little older and knew what was really going on as a 10-year-old, I would have understood why you give him 10 yards of cushion.
They are at the 4 of this wave of speed the Canes offer. 212-pound Andre Johnson, wide receiver, may be the fastest on the field. The offensive front, there are 3 300s here. Right tackle Vernon Carey, the largest. He's at 340 or so.
340.
Down from 375. And a Canadian, Brett Romberg, at center, anchors the line.
That was only the 9th sack of the season against Ken Dorsey.
3 wide receivers now for the Canes as Dorsey goes to the shotgun and now coming back toward the
already getting on him.
Roscoe Parrish.
This was also the first time that The Fiesta Bowl kind of became Columbus in the Southwest.
Goes down the middle with it. The ball is caught by Johnson. Johnson is a big man at 212 pounds. He picks up a first down at the 35-yard line. Of that Ohio State defense, A.J. Hawk replaces him down the sidelines. The pass is too long and into the crowd, incomplete, intended for Ethnic Sands and defended by Donnie Nicky. Let's have a look now at the Ohio State defense along the front.
Will Smith, also a super underrated defender. This defense was so good, so sound, so tough. This was the defense that, that I kind of, as the old guy, kind of remember and kind of measure things.
The tackles, Tim Anderson, Kenny Peterson, the tough guys, they don't understand giving up anything. The linebackers made most of the tackles these. If you include A.J. Hawk, this group of linebackers is one of the greatest linebacking rooms in Ohio State history. C. Grant was super duper athletic, made a bunch of plays. Matt Wilhelm was just a monster tackling machine. Robert Reynolds was good. Bobby Carpenter was on this team. A.J. Hawk was on this team. This linebacker group was insane. Insane. Here, 6'5", Matt Wilhelm in the middle, leading the team with 111. He's already has one tonight. And the DBs.
Obviously, Chris Gamble, super talented. Mike Doss, one of the greatest safeties of all time in Ohio State history. Donnie Nicky, Dustin Fox. I actually know Dustin Fox. Great hang, super fun guy to hang out with. Terrible golfer, really good tennis player. So shout out to Dustin. Awesome dude. Also one of the few throwback exciting white from the DB position. Cooper DeJean has kind of, brought it back, but Dustin was one of the first. Dustin also can still dunk at 40 plus whatever years old he is. So, like I said, Dustin's a great dude.
Strong safety Michael Doss, consensus All-American. That means everybody voted for him. And Chris Gamble plays both ways, offense, defense, special teams. In the last 3 games, each he had over 100 plays. Try that sometime. That'll take care of your waistline. Ball is handed off on a delay to McGay. McGay, he goes to the 40. And that'll do it. Picked up 5 yards. She goes back under center. The pass is thrown to the right side. The pass
right
is
here.
Completed for the first
Why
time.
are they giving him so much room? And then you realize later on, he's just the best player on the field.
Line for the first time tonight. My team is on the other side of the field.
Get him.
Dorsey is
Got him.
behind the line of scrimmage.
They harassed Ken Dorsey all night.
One of those big tackles we were talking about. The wide out goes to the top of the screen. That's Roscoe Parrish in motion coming back toward the ball. And Dorsey turns around, sets up the throw, goes quickly. The ball is caught. And wham! Parrish takes a lick from Gamble.
For Chris Gamble.
And good news for the Buckeyes. C. Grant is back in the ball game. Dorsey comes short to the sidelines. The ball thrown a long way to the sidelines. It's completed to Kellen Winslow. And in the melee, Winslow will fight his way down to about the 44-yard line. All right, here's the punt by Freddie Capshaw, who got to Miami from Rock Springs, Wyoming. It's going downfield, down to the goal line. Ball rolls around. Canes try to kill it, and it looks like they did, just short of the goal line.
And there's a huge hole over there.
There's a big hole right at center.
Yep.
He doesn't go up that hole. He slides over to the right side.
Super smart dude.
4-yard
Also
line.
had one of the craziest degrees.
Second down and 7.
He's like a Matt Patricia level smart guy.
Clarett's going to get it. Bouncing to the outside, looks for nothing, and finds nothing. It just wasn't any room.
Maurice being like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid playing in this game was kind of crazy when you look back on it now.
There it goes, and it is incomplete. It is intended for Clarett. He's making his case. He gets no answer. Yeah, that's that team up in Concord area that's always undefeated. Here's a beautiful punt coming out of the end zone.
One thing with Trestle teams, you never had to worry about special teams ever.
48-yard line.
Trestles, special teams were always good.
From their own 48-yard line. McGay looking for daylight. Can't find any. Mike Doss. Consensus All-American strong safety this year. He thought about going to Sunday play.
I think Caleb might be a better player than Mike Doss.
Eric Winston,
but I do wonder how we will remember, because Mike Doss was an Ohio State player through and through.
With it, the pass caught by Winslow, and he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Winslow was a matchup nightmare.
So on first down, they go back to McGay. He's pinned behind the line of scrimmage.
Will Smith?
Down at the 25-yard line, a loss of 2, and it's Kenny Peterson, who gets there first for the Buckeyes. Down in 12 now for the Hurricanes, back at the 25. Dorsey looking for somebody.
Holding.
Goes down to the corner and goes out of bounds. The pass is incomplete. So keep your eye on number 5. Dorsey going back. Blitz up the middle. Steps away from it. Ball's in the air. Pass is caught.
You descend that blitz and don't get home. It's going to be tough.
Roscoe Parrish.
Good play by Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey was a good quarterback.
This is why Ken Dorsey has won 38 games out of 39.
Who was better, Ken Dorsey or Matt Leinart?
He manages the game well.
Very similar quarterbacks in my opinion.
Uses timeouts, been under pressure,
Ken Dorsey,
been able
the play
to
caller
sidestep it, and that
in the
was
NFL,
a marvelous play.
Terrible.
Todd Severs for the point. It's good. Once Roscoe Parrish gets you on his hip, you are not going to catch him. Unless you're a thoroughbred.
Look at Jimmy T. Calm
Dorsey,
as always.
6 out of 8 now for 94 yards. He's been knocked down a couple of times, sacked twice.
Yeah, got to get home here on this blitz.
Watch him move in the pocket. As he goes back, he gets pressure right up the middle, but keeps his focus down the field as Roscoe Parrish beats none other than the 3-time All-American Michael Dawes. Watch the route. Just a pure speed route, Keith. Just like you said, if he gets behind you, he's gone, and that's where he is, all the way to the end zone.
Donnie Nicky was the blitzer coming out of the secondary, a safety blitz for Ohio State, but he was picked off at the line of scrimmage just enough to give Dorsey that one step. Chris Gamble, and here's Todd Severs kicking off. This one might, no, I don't think it'll go. They're coming with it. And
didn't love that.
They get it to the 15-yard line, and that's all. From the 15, first down, Miami leading 7-0. And Krenzel rolls to the right, looking for help. Gets it off, big downfield, fight for position, and it is intercepted on the rebound by Sean Taylor.
What a play by Sean Taylor, though.
Chris Vance. Downfield under the ball, 2 defenders against him. It bounced off one and into the
Can't say we were feeling great in this moment. Can't say that we were feeling great in that moment.
Wants to go for the juggler right here. He goes to Johnson, and Johnson is up close to midfield. Miami 7-0. Their first down at their own 49-yard line. Dorsey turns and gives to the D, and again they take him down.
Great play by Matt Wilhelm.
Scrimmage, it's Matt Wilhelm.
Pretty pumped his kids coming to Ohio State. Offensive lineman.
Dorsey hands to McGay, and again he can't find the running room. Number 54, Tim Anderson, grabs him and takes him down in a hurry. Out of the shotgun, Dorsey with time. Goes shopping and throws complete to the 45-yard line on the Buckeye side of the field to ethnic sands, but that is short of the first down.
Can Matt Wilhelm's neck roll get any bigger?
For it back at the 10-yard line. And a low
also, where is Chris Gamble?
That will not be returned. It will go into the end zone.
Like, just in life, in general.
One good run himself. So Krenzel hunkers down at first down on the 20-yard line. Here come the Buckeyes for the possession. And they get a false start move on the right side of the line by the tight end, Ryan Hemby. Hemby is a youngster. He's just a freshman out of Cincinnati, and they think he's going to be a good one.
Now, field position has been horrible for the Buckeyes tonight.
There's zero chance.
They've got their footprints all over that. Krenzel goes into the shotgun, pulls it down, and takes off. Looks like single-wing football.
Trying to settle them down. Good play call.
The 20-yard line, and it's 22nd down and 10. The ball is out at the 20, and Gamble's out of there as we get Hemby back into the game. Good play action. Krenzel's pass is right on the hands of Michael Jenkins.
Mike Jenkins,
and
baby.
Michael Jenkins will pick up a first down for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Clarett to the outside. Kane struck him down and get him right about the line of scrimmage. And so we finish the first quarter of play. It's Miami 7.
Plays, man.
And the Ohio State Buckeyes, nothing.
Makes you wonder if he was just drawing shit with offensive coordinator, just drawing shit up in the dirt. Commercial. Just cut that out.
Well, here you are at the 31-yard line where it is second down and 10. That's the 32-yard line, closer. And this one goes
No one left.
Will Fork is in there.
I mean, up to this point, it's been very clear that Miami's better. Has better athletes, better players.
Time for Quinzel. Now he pulls it down, runs, goes to the 30-yard line. He was looking at the 32 for the first.
Ohio State getting a little bright light going on right now.
And he shoots. Oh, you. Boy, Indy has had some year punting the football. Harris runs back and fields it. Goes all the way back to his 7-yard line. Now he's looking for help and won't get it.
Running absolutely nowhere. Just running in mud, going nowhere.
Miami Hurricanes are backed up for the first time tonight, starting at the 13-yard line. Dorsey pumps and lets it go deep down the sidelines for Andre Johnson, and he can't get to it. Back up here behind him. I don't think it involved
holding on the defense. It's a 10-yard penalty.
Wasn't much of a grab, but enough to get the flag.
All the Miami fans. Oh, you got all the calls.
First down up at the 23-yard line as Dorsey turns, hands to McGahee, and he disappears into a crowd of folks right about the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down and 10, Dorsey hands it off. McGahee found some daylight this time, and he's got some size. He's too big. It is 3rd down and 4 now. Short 4. The pass is in the air.
Picked off.
By Dustin Fox.
Dustin.
Right to him.
Had a boy.
And there's a
this was the moment where the game sort of settled down. Ohio State settled into the game. And you felt like, okay, we can do this. We can play with them. Let's go score. We're going to be all right.
Sacked him twice tonight.
Get some points on the scoreboard. Quinzel to Clarett. Bounces around.
Give the ball to Mo.
Finds a little bit. Quinzel pulls it down, takes off.
Looks like an Urban Meyer play call right there, baby. Get a first down. Start moving the ball. Start really playing trestle ball now.
And Clarett wiggling around in the middle. Again, there's nothing there. It's nobody in the backfield.
Play clock ran out of.
So they'll give up 5 yards as they burn the clock.
Part of the snap, delay. It's a 5-yard penalty and remains 3rd down.
Right. So far, they've been held in check. Here's the quarterback going right up the middle with it. And he takes a couple of pops.
Get a couple first downs.
That big old safety, Sean Taylor.
We're playing field position. Oh, Mike Nugent, though.
Had a very good year.
Oh, fake.
They fake it.
Don't remember this. Come up short.
Andy Groom is the holder, Keith, one of the fastest Buckeyes, but they tried to run him on the right side, and they came up short.
Get their first down.
Didn't remember that one. That was really crazy.
Miami comes back to the attack now from their own 17-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Defense gang tackling.
On the offense.
Illegal formation against Miami. The umpire, Steve Story, done. McGahee. 15-17. Dorsey sets to throw it and goes to the sidelines. The pass is caught by Ethnic Sands, and that will be a first down for the Hurricane. Ball just short of the 30. Back goes Dorsey. Looking, throws, and it is caught down the middle, and it is good to about the 34-yard line. 2 from Ken Dorsey. Dorsey loops it downfield.
And Dorsey had a
downfield
arm
and beyond
on his throws.
Anybody's
long arm.
3rd and 6. Pass hummed, intercepted. Buckeyes have it. That's Mike Doss.
Go, Mike. Go, 30, Mike. Go, Mike.
25.
Go, Mike.
Inside the 20 before he's pulled out of bounds by Willis McGahee.
This defense was just so gritty and tough, and they always made the plays when they needed
Florida,
to make
210-pounder and the fastest of all the Ohio State fullbacks. And he's got the ball. And he finds some room. That little slip and slide. They'll mark it 12 officially. 2nd down and 5. Quinzel gives it back to Ross again. And there's no place to go this time. Special. Really special. 3rd down and 5. Pass is thrown. Pass is caught. It'll be a 1st and goal to go for the Buckeyes. Ben Hartsock is in the ball game now as a tight end for Ohio State, and the ball lofted to the corner.
Ooh.
No, out of bounds.
The ball
has come in at center. That's a tough place to make a substitution at center. Miami looked like they were offside.
Yeah, I think Vince Wilfork. Yeah.
Offside.
Wolford.
Look how. Can you see how big Vince Wilfork? Look at how.
Substitution at center.
Yo, somebody that big is not supposed to move that fast.
Yeah, I think.
I know he was offsides, but like Vince Wilfork was a big dude and had such a good NFL.
The 2-yard line. Mango is still in there at the center spot. Frenzel gives it to Ross. Ross picking his way in that melee, and they roll forward into. Not quite.
Got to get in here.
Quarterback sneak.
Touchdown.
No, I don't think so, Keith. That's a one-arm signal by the
this guy on this side put two up,
wait.
Down.
Now he's taking
Heard the crowd pop.
So it's inches.
That's
Mike Doss telling Jimmy to go for it.
And a half a yard. A quarterback keeps it,
touchdown.
And he's in there.
Craig was tough, man. He was a tough player.
Craig Frenzel
lacked a little talent,
the right side
but he was tough, and he was the leader that this team, exactly the leader this team needed to be.
For the touchdown.
Oh, he really showed his toughness too, Keith.
The holder is the punter, Andy Groom.
Yeah.
And everything works.
What I would give Mike Newton right now instead of Jaden Fielding.
With 2 minutes and 28 seconds to play in the first half.
That's a great effort by Krenzel as he not only gets inside of McIntosh, but McDougal as well.
Ray Johnson standing back there along with Jason Gathers now for the kickoff. And this is Rudy. I mean,
I tell you right now, the Miami fans did not think this game would be where it is in this moment.
Dorsey back.
Miami fans thought Ohio State was big and slow. Oh, another turnover from Ken Dorsey.
Ohio State ball. Kenny Peterson knocked it loose.
3 turnovers for old Ken.
Covered it for Ohio State. Frenzel hands it to him, and he's running in the middle for about 4 yards. This is 8 from the 12-yard line. Across comes number 94, William Joseph, is the tailback, or the single back.
Thanks for the 3-5.
He's got it. He's got a touchdown.
Maurice had elite vision for a young running back. Just elite vision. And now Ohio State has taken Miami into the deepest waters they had been in 2 years.
We talked about just
Miami
how
was
punishing a runner he can be and how
the players
decisive.
were shell-shocked. The fans were shell-shocked.
Now this game is being taken over by Ohio State at the end of this first half. A great run by Clarett to get into the end zone with ease.
Nugent will kick out of Groom's hole for the extra point. It's good. You have 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining to play in the first half. And the Big Ten champions have taken the lead. Ohio State 14, Miami 7. The BCS National Championship game at the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl.
Never really saw that much
With
emotion
1
from
minute
old
and 10 to go to the half. The kickoff. High, long, beyond the field of play. From the 20, here come the Kings. And they'll hand it off to Willis McGahee, looking for the sideline. And he finds it about 9 yards over the shotgun. They got 3 wideouts. Dorsey's got a lot of time. Comes this way with it, goes short to McGahee. And Willis McGahee makes the catch for the first down. Michigan. Dorsey turns, gives to McGahee. He's looking for some daylight. And the Buckeye defense doesn't give him much time to go shopping. They see 2nd down and 12. The ball back on the 32-yard line. Dorsey again with some room to move and time to write a book. Throws it in the ground. Incomplete. Ball on the 32. Under center, turns, gives it to McGahee. He's got some room here, but they've got him a yard short of the first down. And the clock shows.
Could not have felt better
10
going into the
seconds and
half.
counting
Could
in the
not
first
have
half.
felt better going into
James
half.
come up without a huddle. Trying to get one more play, and now they decide, let's go to the clubhouse and see if we can sort this thing out. So at the end
All the
of
momentum.
the first half of play,
Look how many
it is
Ohio State
14-7,
fans are there.
Ohio State leading Miami in the BCS National
Tempe,
Championship
Arizona.
game.
Columbus Southwest.
Gathers and Johnson wait for it. The kick again will not be returned. Hard to get a run back against Nugent when there's no wind.
Greatest kicker of all time in
Ohio
Ohio
State leading 14-7. It's McGahee with the first play. And slashing over the right side will get about 3 yards before Will Smith, who has stood tall tonight, makes the tackle. Second down and 7. Dorsey turns, quickly throws, passes caught. First tackle missed, second tackle made. It's Roscoe Parrish. The wideouts, third down and 3. Dorsey getting pressure, gets it away, dumped it to McGahee out of the backfield. Hammered, and it looks like he's a little bit short.
Dustin was going to lay the wood on him.
Down.
He came up a yard short, so they punted away with Freddie Capshaw kicking it to Chris Gamble, who lets it roll around on the ground. And it'll roll dead at about the 27-yard line. Ivan Douglas is in there at the tackle spot now, left side for the Buckeyes as they have their first possession of the second half. Craig Krenzel gives it to Maurice Clarett.
See some real trust ball coming here.
We'll get a couple of yards.
Play
moving
clock,
from the 20,
field position.
7-yard line to the
First
30.
down, two
and
first
finally
down.
put down just short of the
Punt.
32-yard line.
Don't put the ball in harm's
Got it
way.
again, going to the outside.
Give it to your best
Broke the
player.
tackle. Gets the first down. Gets up across the 40-yard line, and
Not only was Maurice also, like, the vision was elite,
but on the left
he
side of
was
the line, Ohio
strong
State.
for a freshman in college, man. Strong.
Krenzel gives it to Clarett, and Vilma is right there. Get out now. And they go to the shotgun for Krenzel. Give him a little time. Pressure coming from the backside. Gets it off, and it's almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness.
Almost intercepted. It's good. It was a good drop by Mo.
Krenzel deep. Down the sidelines. Gamble. It's down inside
Look at that.
the 10 and fumble, but he is down.
Look at that dot.
He's down
Craig
at the
Krenzel.
6-yard line. Alfonso Marshall caught him from behind.
Chris Gamble making his.
Krenzel keeps it. Throws it to the end zone.
So this, I didn't want to. I shouldn't have stopped here, but this is one of the most impressive plays in Ohio State history, bar none.
And it is picked off. Picked off by Sean Taylor. He threw it right to him. He had double coverage on his intended
And in this
receiver.
moment right there, you had no idea as a fan watching the game if he had actually, like, what happened. You just were devastated that he threw a pick in the end zone. You had no idea what was going on.
And no chance to get it there. And Clarett
Clarett
took it
stole
away
the ball.
from him.
Yes, he did, Keith.
And then when they came out and said he stole the ball, it was insane.
As Sean Taylor going down the sidelines, reminiscent of George Teague of Alabama stealing the ball from Miami a few years back.
Watch
Ball's
this
in the
shit.
wrong hand. It should have been.
Dog, what? Are you kidding me?
Ball's in the
Clarett.
wrong
Look at
hand.
that.
It should have been in the other side.
Oh,
That's a
what
great
a
point,
play
Keith.
by Maurice Clarett.
But did he really pull it away?
One of the
officials
greatest
say,
plays
yes, he
in
did.
Ohio State history.
Close.
Krenzel
He
trying
does the
to
block
force
on the
this one.
300
Great
pounder.
read by Taylor
Gets
as
up.
he comes back to take the ball away from Hartsock, and
What a
then
play
with the
by Sean
ball in
Taylor,
his
by
right
the way.
hand exposes it to Maurice Clarett right there.
And he's, give me that.
And in the
Give me
judgment of
that.
the officials, when they hit the ground, Clarett had more possession than Taylor.
Look at Craig. He
And
had
so
no
the
idea.
Buckeyes are still sitting in the catbird seat down at the 28-yard line on the Miami side.
Offside. They must have had the snap count. They had to have had a snap count. Had to.
Lydell Ross is the single back now as Krenzel drops and throws and delivers it out here, and he took
That's
his
the
eye off
ball.
the ball, and
Like that taking the ball away from Sean Taylor,
there's not much there for that.
like,
one,
had
as,
to have felt like a real,
rolling
like,
around trying to get loose.
gut
room
punch to
holes.
Miami.
Nugent's got a big leg. He's kept every one of the kickoffs into the end zone. Puts the
Thrown
foot
away,
under
no
it, plenty
points,
of
and then
leg
the
on
greatest
it,
kicker of all
and
time
it's good.
comes up and just drills it.
And the Buckeye lead goes to 17-7.
17-7. Just like one of the all-time plays in Ohio State history.
So one corner of the stadium gets very quiet here as the Red roars and the Buckeyes lead by 10. They possess the ball. First down at the 39-yard line. Dorsey comes up throwing. And the pass is caught by Kellen Winslow. Pick up of about 6 yards on the play.
He had a tough time that.
Handed off to McGay. And he's got a yard or two.
Look at Pete talking that talk. Boy,
for a freshman, 19 years old, to make that.
So, yes. Dorsey wants to go deep. Goes down the sideline. The pass is incomplete. Intended for Andre Johnson. He was a little short.
Most Miami players didn't know what was going on. This was not supposed to happen. This was supposed to be a coronation.
At the 10,
this was supposed to be,
for a moment.
An easy game. Big, slow guy from Ohio.
This is a good call.
I had no idea what was going on.
Carrying the ball, it's Clarett. And from the 21-yard line, he's up to about the 23. He's in the shotgun, second down, and 9. Now takes off with the ball and breaks the tackle. The second one takes it down at the 25. That would be Jamal Green for 51 yards and a touchdown. And he's back looking for a receiver. Lets it go to the sidelines. Has him. Throws it right on his hands. No problem with it. He's out of bounds. Then 56, 44, and 63.
Baby.
Got a little pressure there and didn't get all of it. And hooks it out of bounds. So that's his poorest punt of the night. On it with McGay. He took a lick right upside the head as he crossed midfield and goes down
right
at the 49-yard line. Defense jumping around. Dorsey throws it outside.
Nobody got that. How's that not a penalty?
It's Miami.
In
Yeah.
the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
So second down and 9 after that penalty. Down the middle. Caught. Winslow. Just a bullet down the middle of the field.
What a
and then you add the attitude. Good package.
Run it, McGay to the outside. They put him on the chalk at the 21-yard line. McGay, he is deep. Dorsey's throwing over the head of the intended receiver. Way over
little
his
miscommunication
head.
there.
Give it a shot, too. Quickly in the middle. Caught again by Winslow. A very big possibility here. They throw it underneath. It goes to Winslow. And he's going to have the first down as he gets past the 10-yard line.
He was super athletic and
stopped at the 9
but
by C. Grant.
Man.
McGahee to the outside.
So right here, you were feeling good, but you knew we were gonna have to score more because Miami was too talented, too many NFL players, too good. You knew that they were gonna come, and
looking to see if he hit the chalk, and he didn't. So he just simply outran him into the corner. So close to getting to the sideline and going out of bounds, but carrying that 220 pounds with almost the speed of light, it seems, the time he gets in there.
Well, he hits off the left side, doesn't like it there, and there is your speed of light all the way to the end zone, and it's not even close for Ohio State stopping him.
And the kick is good by Todd Sievers, and it is now a 3-point lead for the Ohio State Buckeyes as Miami comes back to score the touchdown. That ball is kicked beyond the field of play. Krenzel sets him up and gives it to Clarett. At the right side, he's got a yard, and that's all.
Turning a 2-yard loss into a 1-yard gain.
McDougal put him away.
Clarett all the way down the bottom of the screen.
Shotgun for Krenzel, pulls it down, takes off. seemingly had more room on the left side, chose to go right. That's Gamble in motion. Pressure coming. Krenzel breaks away. Pressure's coming, chasing him down, and he's going to keep the ball and be taken down. Around the 13. He does. He gets some air under it. It's not his longest of the night, but it's a good one. And it's going to go dead on the sidelines and roll out of bounds, and it turns out to be a very good punt. Quick shot to Roscoe Parrish. 20. They run for it, and they get it with McGahee. And they had the coattail in because he was close to getting out of the puck. He takes the ball across the feet to the 41. Up to about the 3, close to 45. Second down and 6. Quick shot again coming this way to Ethnic Sands, and that's another first down for the Hurricanes. And Dorsey puts it in the air. It's slapped down.
That weak stuff out of here.
What? Darian Scott. Jason Geathers, the man on this side. And now Dorsey's changed the play of the Ohio State crowd, and they're dominant, making a lot of noise. And McGahee can't get his engine running, and he goes down about the line of scrimmage as Will Smith
everything they can to keep us in the game right here.
Defensive play for Ohio State. Shotgun. Dorsey a lot of time. Pass thrown in the middle. Pass is caught by Winslow. He's past the marker. First down, Miami. Dorsey again, a lot of time to the corner, incomplete. Running under it, short of it, Roscoe Parrish. Second and 10. Short tip.
Oh,
my
goodness. Look at Mike Dawes.
Short tip.
Dude, that's Caleb Downs.
My goodness,
literally, that's
Mike
Caleb Downs
had
play right
one hand on it. Dorsey setting up a screen.
Oh, that was the play.
Screen.
Oh.
I mean, they bust up screen. They bust up the.
So this play, you felt like real sick about it because you knew, the game had kind of paused. Everything had kind of stopped because that was
screen. Really they bust up everything. Will Allen coming like a truck. Takes on McGahee and takes him down.
And they actually
Raiders are on the field in a hurry for Miami. McGahee is down. Here we have now a 54-yard field goal try by Todd Siebert.
Yeah, you
no good.
Felt like real weird about.
They lead by 3 points.
So bad. It was one of those
and we're in the fourth quarter.
They shouldn't show.
To Clarett. And the Hurricanes jump all over him after a yard or so. Now as they flex a tight end. And it's second down. And Krenzel's pass short of the first down marker to Michael Jenkins. Jenkins drops his shoulder and pounds it and gets the first down. Taking his time. Pressure coming. Pass away, and Wounded Goose goes down the field and falls incomplete. And it was Jonathan Vilma who leveled Craig Krenzel.
Craig got him. He got his ass beat this game. But he cut it out.
He did. Barely. Clarett fights for a couple of yards. On him. Throwing. Bullet. Pass caught. 40-yard line. First down to Chris Gamble. Penciled in MVP for their season. 13-0 season. Clarett wiggles through. Second down and 5.
Look at Maurice, man.
Gets loose again. He just kept pounding. He bounced one way, came back the other, and he's on first down. Go back to Clarett. This it's Ross. Lydell Ross. It's second down, 12. Krenzel lets it go down the middle. It's incomplete, and that's good. Barnchuk, Clarett. Krenzel takes off. He's going to take some punishment here. He gets it down to the 25-yard line. Is the snapper.
Nuge.
Ball's kick.
Missed it.
Yeah. It's tough for me to call him the greatest kicker in Ohio State history, and he goes out and misses. But he's still the greatest kicker in Ohio State history.
The best of all the BCS championship games so far. Down the middle, ball thrown to Kellen Winslow. He might break this big. His legs are taken away up at the 35-yard line. He picks up a first down.
CTE is a hell of a drug.
This is Payton slashing over the right side and going for at least 5 yards. Ohio State leading by 3. Just missed the 42-yard field goal. Little short pass drilled again to Kellen Winslow. Run it again with Payton.
For the speed coming out of that position.
Having a hard time with it. Ball is thrown out of bounds into the crowd, incomplete. Shotgun, Dorsey. A lot of time. Finally lets it go down the middle. It's caught by Roscoe Parrish, and the ball comes out. And Ohio State pounces on it. The beanbag is down, and the Buckeyes recover it. It's Will Allen with another big play.
Did they overturn that?
Donnie Nicky and Dustin Fox combined to knock this ball out of the
turnovers
hands
from Miami. 4 forced turnovers for Ohio State.
Throw by Dorsey.
Everything
Parrish
that had to happen
hang on as the Buckeyes secondary converges and knocks it
to
away.
beat Miami happened.
And the Buckeyes may have dodged the bullet.
A pick, a forced fumble. Deep ball.
Team that's undefeated. It's Clarett. Finds a crack. Brought down by Maurice Sykes, who was from the 23-yard line for Ohio State. They need to hang on to the ball as long as they can. Prinzel gives it to Ross. And Ross is right about the line of scrimmage. And 3:49 running on the clock. Pressure coming. Prinzel steps away from it. Got a chance at the first down. He cut back into the middle of the field. If he'd gone to the outside, I think he makes it. Here, I'm not sure.
Performance. Craig Krenzel, man.
Oh, it got him. Miami shuffling the defense. Handed off to Ross. Ross skating around there, and he found a little room, picked up close to 3 yards. Maurice Clarett, the single back for Ohio State. Miami coming at him hard, and they wrap his legs after a yard. It's DJ Williams.
Did he draw incoming?
Prinzel.
No, they let him throw it.
Steps away from it.
Away.
Throws it. Oh, almost picked off by the team. But not quite. Went through their hands, and Chris Gamble went for the shoe top and didn't quite come up with it.
That was an interesting call.
He came real close to making this catch.
Letting him throw the ball.
The pressure there, that's Walter with the dive. Prinzel gets away, throws a good ball. Nice and low.
Today
check out Gamble here working against Kelly
Jennings. There's the holding call right there.
The hold there, that should have been called.
See, what's about to transpire in the next, let's see here, 20 minutes of this rewatch is all the penalties that Ohio State fans said they should have gotten, or all of the penalties Miami should have gotten. It's all, all of those things. And at the end of the day, there was calls missed on both sides, and the game was played, and we won.
That is close to a completion.
26 was in his face. I think he probably had something to do with it. Taylor.
And here's the punt. Andy Groom puts some air under it, drives it back to the 25-yard line. Here comes Roscoe Parrish. Parrish getting to the sideline.
This is a problem. This was a problem. This is when we were like,
all the way down the field at the 26-yard line. Another opportunity for Miami now. In the closing minutes, it's Payton bouncing into the middle and stopped.
Great play by Steve Grant right there, baby.
Pressure, hit.
Got him.
30-yard line. Simon Frazier.
Simon Frazier, good player.
Third down and very long. Dorsey gets it away. Underneath it goes to Jarrett Payton. And Payton struggles inside the 25 to the 23. From 40 yards. Chris Harvey snaps. Catch-all holds. But we're going to overtime.
Didn't feel good right here as an Ohio State fan. Just didn't. He didn't want to keep playing because the longer the game went, the longer the better chance that Miami had of beating him.
Sievers squeezes one inside the upright.
And that's why, the holding call on Chris Gamble there would have ended the game essentially. Miami fans still bitch about the play that's coming up here in a little bit.
Great snap. Perfect hold by Freddie Capshaw.
Penalties and no calls are part of the game.
And Sievers didn't think it was in doubt, but that sure looked like it might have been.
It sure did. Oh, my goodness. That looked like it was good by a foot. So we'll be back for the overtime in a minute. Three-time overtime. Here's Randy Crystal.
It is his.
All right.
Ohio State won the toss and elected to go on defense.
Dr. Karen A. Holbrook of Ohio State. Their teams are having at it. And this is Jarrett Payton coming to the right side. At the regular game, you can make a first down. And here's Dorsey throwing complete to Andre Johnson, who has been very quiet in this ball game tonight. 3rd down and 1 for the first down. They run it, and Payton is knocked out of bounds at the 8-yard line. That's landed on Fox up here. And they give it to Payton. He fights his way down to inside the 7 maybe before Matt Wilhelm wraps his big old arms around him. We're at 2nd down and goal. Dorsey throws to the end zone. Touchdown.
What a play. What a really good play, man.
Kellen Winslow making the catch. There's the penalty. Dorsey throws to the end zone.
That was a really good play by Kellen Winslow.
Kellen Winslow making the catch. There's the penalty flag, I thought, thrown by the back judge at the back of the end zone, but he's talking to the referee now. If anything, it would probably be holding. Pass interference against Ohio State. Winslow catch is good.
Yeah, he picked it right off the top of Will Allen's helmet, too.
Sievers for the point. And he makes it.
Again,
the Buckeyes will go to work from the 25-yard line. They're down by 7. Krenzel back throwing, steps away from the pressure, takes off with it, going to run with it, and run it for 5 yards. Go to the shotgun.
Out of his stance.
False start on the offense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty and remain 2nd down.
Blitz coming. Pressure got him. Back at the 29-yard
this is where you felt like
Jamal Green.
It was a great game, and you just weren't.
Of overtime.
You couldn't go to overtime.
Krenzel's pass is thrown short and ground.
And you just felt like the game was over.
We got 2 protectors back there for Krenzel. Now one of them runs away, Clarett. Krenzel steps up and goes to the sidelines, and that's good for the first down. Caught by Michael Jenkins.
What a throw. What a play by Craig Krenzel. What a play by Michael Jenkins.
12. Krenzel steps in the middle, throws to the end zone. No. Intended again for Jenkins.
Then I would be looking for Chris Gamble over the middle.
He came off the field. Here goes Krenzel. He's at the 5-yard line, and he is hammered. Goes Krenzel. He's at the 5-yard line, and he is hammered. Must score a touchdown to stay alive in the overtime. Krenzel sees a little hole. Now he slides out. Now he throws, and it's incomplete.
So this Ohio State team had 9 lines.
Up there as a wide out too. The ball goes into the end zone, and it is incomplete.
All right. Let's just have a very honest conversation real quick about that play. We can acknowledge, as an Ohio State fan, I can acknowledge that the flag came in extremely late. Extremely late. However, there's nothing a Miami fan can tell you that wasn't pass interference.
That's up there as a wide out too. The ball goes into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Intended for Gamble. Now there is a penalty flag thrown.
Hold on.
Hold the phone. Everybody comes running down on the field. You got to get off because there's a penalty flag thrown, and I think it's against Miami.
And if it's thrown in the end zone, the ball will be placed on the 1-yard line. 1st and goal.
Late? Yeah.
Glenn Sharp
absolutely
trying to cover Chris Gamble, and he may have arrived a tad too soon. Randy Crystal.
Pass interference.
Yep.
Glenn Sharp, 31 on Chris Gamble, number 7.
Watch. He's early. Hold, grab, holding. Like it's not even remotely close.
Chris Gamble, number 7.
It's not pass interference. That's pass interference.
Oh, that's a tough call there.
What do you
about
mean
this angle?
Grabbing him before the ball is there.
Bad
pass
call.
Interference. Not
bad call.
The left hand. I don't know if the left arm was there too soon or not.
I think the ball got there before Glenn Sharp did.
What about the hold the whole way to the spot? Pass interference.
Well, he waved it incomplete and then threw the flag.
Boy, Gamble had a chance to make the catch before contact was made by Sharp.
Was the flag late? Yeah.
So it is 1st and goal for Ohio State. They'll try to run it, and they're having a little problem with that early on. They get back to the line of scrimmage. Clarett carrying it. Here's pounded in the middle.
Everything was so tough.
The Legions will be diminished.
Everything was hard.
Sneaking touchdown. So a kick will tie it. And we'll go around again.
And Keith at center was a true freshman, Nick Mangold, who led the way along with Bryce Bishop and Shane Olivier over that right side. Good patience by Krenzel to find a crack and get in for the score.
Nugent for the point. Don't need to tell you anything about this. Just watch it. Down in the middle.
Heads up close. Keith, Sean Taylor rushed the center, faked like he was coming, and that caused a false start by Ohio State.
And that'll back them up 5.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. Repeat the try.
From the 15-yard line. On its way. Good.
Never a doubt.
77,502 in the attendance, and ain't nobody going home.
You having fun yet, big boy?
We're it out. We continue. It is now 24-24, and we got another overtime coming up.
You just Ohio State believe that we're
will have the first possession. 24-24, second overtime.
It was wild, man.
And this is Lydell Ross going to the sidelines of the Hurricanes.
And everything they got later,
but it's a pretty good pickup. Single back is Clarett. Krenzel gives it to him. He's looking for some daylight, and I tell you, there's some quick Miami people that got there that time. That was good at this time. Now, Krenzel will do it himself.
One of the gutsiest performances of all Ohio State history. Don't forget how tough, and how gutsy it was.
Wants to pass. Now does, and has it completed. Down to the 5-yard line to Michael Jenkins.
You did feel kind of nervous every time you threw the ball, though.
Second down from the 5. Clarett.
What a play. What a cut. This is when you felt like you had to win the game. I remember looking at my dad, and my dad said, this is okay. You got to win it here. If you go to a third overtime, you're not going to win.
Sidestepped him and accelerated through a huge hole and into the end zone.
What's funny about this is the 30 for 30 documentary that came out. It was the Miami players felt like the game was robbed from them, and after the pass interference call and the wind took sails out of them, but they drove and they were at the goal line. They had a chance to tie the game.
Check out the touchdown by Maurice Clarett. Sometimes you got to make the first guy miss. Well, the first guy is going to be number 36, Maurice Sykes. Fine job by
Boom.
Clark.
Oh,
there's the broken tackle. There's the touchdown for Ohio State. The down block is excellent by Ryan Hamby. And then Clarett staying low, keeping those legs, driving, getting the 6 points.
And he's carrying about 227 pounds, 28 pounds when he goes in there slamming away. State leads 31-24. And it goes to Jarrett Payton. And Payton has trouble getting back to the line of scrimmage. And in this second overtime, by 7. Dorsey's pass incomplete. He was pressured. He was trying to get the ball to Kellen Winslow.
And Dorsey may be hurt, Keith.
He took a hard hit, and he's having a little trouble getting to his feet. But he's trying.
Taking those shots the whole game,
and he can't do it. Get a first down.
He stays in the game.
And boot up back and throws the ball is caught by Hill, the fullback. I would say he would be the man. Dorsey's pass.
Comes back.
Good. They've got the first down. Down.
Face mask, 5-yard penalty. Game was sufficient for a
that puts him on the 5-yard line.
I understand. Like they complain that
Dorsey throwing.
That call
in zone, no.
Changed their mind.
Penalty flag.
There's pass interference. You're on the 1-yard line.
From the 2.
Sorry, 2-yard line.
It's Payton to the 1. Dorsey throwing, tight end, missed him. 3rd and goal from the 1. Hand it off to the fullback, Hill. And Matt Wilhelm stops him. 4th down, the final play. Unless they can stick it in the end zone. Andre Johnson, Roscoe Parrish.
And here comes
and Kellen Winslow. And
right off the edge. Got him.
Pressure.
Game.
Incomplete. The Buckeyes win.
This was
C. Grant was the man
such
who
an awesome
Dorsey,
feeling.
and now the party begins for the Ohio State Buckeyes. They are 14.
Jim's like, "Where's the ball? Are we sure we're done? I can't even take my headset off yet."
And they are the national champions of college football.
And they did it their way, Keith, with defense. Right down to the very last play.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, they had their chance. They were at the 1-yard line. They were the 2-yard line with 4 chances to tie the game, and they didn't. So they can blame the refs all they want to. They had their opportunities to win that game, and they didn't. So I hope you enjoyed this. Ohio State fans, I hope you're enjoying all the insane takes that Miami fans have been doing on social media. I think it's hilarious. But either way, go Bucks. Let's get ready for the Cotton Bowl and beat Miami. Peace.